Honestly, I've been waiting to make this video for so long. I love Stoicism as a whole, and let's just go back to 16 months ago in my life. I hated myself, I was suicidal. If you asked me what Stoicism is, or if you just mentioned the word, I would just say, what the hell is that? I was hedonistic, I was drinking Coke every day, playing video games for countless hours. I would say about 40 hours a week. Literally like a job. Also, pretty much a mainly sugar diet and an absolute fuck sleep schedule. We're talking 4 a.m. on school nights, waking up at 4 p.m. on weekends. And you know what I did? I passed my second to last year of high school and I dropped out. Because I knew my current trajectory, I was going to end up dead. So I decided to isolate myself and go under an identity transformation. I didn't talk to my old friends. I didn't do anything that I would associate with my past self. Last time I've drunk alcohol was last year. Last time I've drank Coke was last year. Quit video games. And I came across Stoicism while I was in this isolation period. And the reason why I like it so much is that it's just like this philosophy that anyone can adopt. Whether you're the CEO of Apple or an elementary school student. Anyone can use this philosophy. Fuck. Anyone can use this philosophy and their life will improve. So here are just 7 beliefs that will make you have an undefeatable mindset. Fucking. Anyways. Anyone can get you down in life, no matter who you are. But with these 7 beliefs, you will never stay down. Number 1, your learning never ends. Okay, so 99% of adults while we were growing up, and our family friends and our older brothers' friends, older sisters, anyone, right, that was older than us, will tell us that what we were currently learning in school is useless. We don't use it. But what they don't tell you is that your education is important, no matter what the fuck you're learning. To be human is to be a lifelong learner. When you don't learn, you're just some NPC that stops learning after university. Every single person and every single object, there is something to be learnt about that. And a very common one for us young men is heartbreak. Now some dudes that are watching this video will say, yes, exactly that. Because it teaches you, okay, you can treat a girl as nicely as you can. Amazingly. You can buy her whatever the fuck you want. But that won't stop her from leaving you or cheating on you. And that right there, that is the reason why we learn that lesson. Not because of the gifts or the simping or any of that. It's the fact that we went through a fuck ton of pain and we don't want to experience that again. So Ryan Holiday literally wrote an entire book on this next belief, but number 2 is destroying your ego. Now this doesn't mean that you just start hating yourself and thinking of yourself as just some bum, some loser that owns nothing and has no accomplishments. No, the world does not revolve around you. This is a vital belief if you want to adopt the Stoicism philosophy into your life. When a task is at hand and it goes wrong, you cannot blame other people's inputs for why it went wrong. Look at yourself. What did you do wrong? What could you do better? What lessons are there to be learnt from what you did? Now, people won't learn the lesson that life throws at them sometimes simply because of their ego. Their girlfriend cheats on them and they blame the girl. Even though he ignored tons upon tons of red flags when he met her. He just wanted a girlfriend and he got a girlfriend and then she cheated on him. I wouldn't even say that's the girl's fault. Of course, don't cheat. But the lesson that he needed to learn was to be cautious with who you date. And lastly, with ego, this is something that I've mentioned a lot. But your ego might be stopping you from doing more. Or from becoming better. Now, when I was playing video games, this is something that you can learn from me. A lesson that I did not learn until I nearly committed suicide doing so. So when I was playing video games, I would be called a no-life, a loser, a fat cunt. You get the point, a nerd. And I would say, well, okay, yeah, I'm gaming for hours a day, drinking coke, doing all this shit. But I would just slide it and just say, okay, well, I'm this, but at least I'm not partying and doing drugs. At least I'm not on Tinder hooking up with people. My ego wouldn't let me associate myself with this bad habit properly. I would just brush it off and say, oh, but at least I'm not this, and compare myself to what I perceived was people below me. Instead, what you need to do is just look at your addictions for what they are, which is you indulging in a bad habit. The reason why I say this is I know it's not just me. I see so many people in my comments say shit like this. Oh, but I play an hour of video games a day. That's fine because at least I'm not watching Netflix. Oh, I watch Netflix sometimes, but at least I'm not doing Molly and... You get the point. Instead, destroy your ego and then compare yourself to what your dream self is. Because odds are the bad habits that you indulge in aren't a part of your ideal life. Number 3. If it's endurable, then stop complaining. And I'm just going to say a Marcus Aurelius quote. If it's endurable, then endure it. Stop complaining. This is also in the timeless book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, would recommend. And the reason why I say this, to stop complaining, is that you accomplish nothing. So with complaining, it's not solving anything. You aren't solving the problem that you're going through. You were just moaning and bitching about it. So one day I was outside working physical labor job things, and it was pouring down. And all of us were carrying gear, and most of us were complaining about how fucking cold it is. But the thing is, we complained a lot, but it wasn't solving anything. When you are in a situation, you cannot blame the external for your discomfort. That's just life. You will go through suffering. Look inward instead of outward. Okay, your life fucking sucks. What are you trying to do about it? Instead of complaining about how sad you feel. Because in the end, no one really cares. This is the most famous belief by far. But number 4 is, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. Probably my favorite Marcus Aurelius quote. This is simply emotional control. Realizing that your emotions and your actions do not have to correlate all the time. So when you are going through dire circumstances, your parents died, your girl cheated on you. Okay, yes, it fucking hurts. But you have hundreds of choices of what you could possibly do. Breakup, for example, is the easiest one to do. So there is a guy that got cheated on, and there's another guy that got cheated on. One of them, they're both feeling the same pain. One of them decided to go on his couch, cry, and cry some more. Slept on the couch, woke up, played some video games to feel better. He ordered Uber Eats. And he's sitting there. And another guy. Okay, yeah, sure. Maybe he cried as well, because he's hurting. And the next day, he realizes, okay, this pain isn't going to go anywhere. I can't do anything about it. She's not coming back. And he just goes to the gym. Or he goes for a run. Doesn't even have to be the gym. And in 4 weeks' time, guess who feels better about the breakup? The guy who's being a couch potato, or the guy who's actually converting this sad energy into something positive? It's not this fucking guy, that's for sure. One of the reasons I hate school for this, because they put this belief in our brains that our feelings and how we feel about life is paramount. That happiness is key. Okay, yeah, sure, being happy is cool. But in a dire situation, it's how you respond to this situation that's literally more important than anything else. Because you probably didn't even have control over it. You probably didn't tell her to leave. You can't control death. But the way you respond to it, that is where your power is. This belief comes from Epictetus, and this is what I say at the end of every single one of my videos. It's that we do not need approval for doing good. Matter of fact, we can take that a step further. We do not need to give a fuck about the opinions of other people when we're doing something that we know is genuinely good. I say at the end of every single one of my videos, without fail, ever since I started saying it, don't do what's easy, do what's right. Do you know what the true meaning is? It doesn't fucking matter what everyone else is doing. It doesn't fucking matter what the situation you are in, who's peer pressuring you. It doesn't matter. Your actions are in your keeping, and everyone has a judgment day. Of course, this is belief-based. But everyone has a day of judgment, and your actions are your actions. Self-control is probably the main thing that will separate you from others in this world, the 90%. And you are letting some opinions or peer pressure take that away from you. If your friends are forcing you to do some fucked up shit, then leave. Or if they're indulging in some really weird shit. It's better to be alone than in the wrong crowd. I've learnt that lesson the hard way. Number 6, simplify your life. I would heavily argue that the book Essentialism, I have it in my closet by Greg McCowan, I think. I would argue that it heavily aligns with Stoic values. Stoicism is simply about asking yourself what is necessary, doing what is essential. So if you're doing some side task and you don't really get anything out of it, then ask yourself, is this necessary? Is it worth it to put my mental energy and time towards this task? The less in your life, the more you can pursue in that one direction. I think the framework of Essentialism explains it perfectly. Like, people get this wrong with self-improvement. They would be doing 4 hours worth of habits to improve their mental health. But they're neglecting the direction they want to go in life, so then they are neglecting their mental health. For example, I wake up, I do a body meditation, a gratitude journal, sometimes a cold shower, and then I'm recording. Or I'm going to work. Alex Hormozy also preaches this with business. You should only have like a job and one main hustle, or one business. There's no need in needing 20. Imagine you were trying to go pro in basketball, baseball, football, as in soccer, and swimming. You would lose to the 4 people that are just prioritizing one of those sports. You would lose to the basketball player that's just playing basketball. You would lose to the swimmer that's just swimming. Every single time. So you need to actually just focus on one thing and you will succeed in that one thing. Number 7. Remember that you are mortal. Now I hear every single fucking geek on this platform just say, Momento Mori, Momento... Okay, we get it, you die. But this was just too critical to leave it out of this video. Remember your death. This is a Stoic belief. Remember that your time is finite and your opportunities or things that you can do in this world are pretty much infinite. So do things that are worth your time. We can take this in a depressing way like, oh, we die and then nothing happens and it just goes black and we don't have any legacy, no one's going to remember us. Or we can somewhat take this in a twisted positive way. Everyone around us, me and you, we're all going to die one day. And along with everyone's deaths is their opinions. So don't let other people's opinions stop you from doing what you want to do in life. Bro, I've had countless people shit talk this YouTube channel. Countless. You think I give a fuck? No, this is what I want to do. I have fun doing this. I love recording. I hope this video serves you well. Personally, these 7 beliefs have changed my life. If you want this video to reach more people, you can like and then press share and then copy link. You don't even need to send it to people because YouTube doesn't know that you're not sending it to people. Yeah. Don't do us easy. Do us right. Peace.